Good afternoon from Southeast Asia. This will be episode or volume number 258 of the alienanalprobe.com. Oh, hell, not podcasts. They're broadcasts. They're whatever. Audio, video recordings, okay. Jeez. All tapes are copyright 2023 by stockphotosworldwide.com. I got to figure out which camera we're on now. I think it's that one. Because of Windows, we have to be so redundant. Jeez. Really, to be safe, if you're going to run any kind of professional studio on Windows, you're going to have probably 3 PCs, all with separate power supplies, 3 mics, 3 cameras, all recording at the same time, and then you got a 50-50 chance that, it's going to come through uncorrupted or completely. It just boggles the mind. Okay. Little by little, we're ironing out the bugs of our stupid, cheapo Mattel software and hardware. Jeez. People are coming to me a lot, really a lot, like pretty much everybody I know. And they're saying, hey, are we on the verge of a major announcement or admission about aliens by the government? Because, the chatter over the last, it's ramping up almost daily. The chatter on the media and the social media is going crazy. This has happened before, and it has come and gone. What happens is it's like a bunch of sparklers, and eventually they just run out of sparkly fuel and they burn out. You throw them away. Without anything to fuel this new movement of interest and discussion, it will die also. I don't know when exactly. Maybe there's enough fuel now. Maybe it has reached critical mass to the degree that it can keep itself rolling and it won't stall out. I'm not sure. I think we got a war going on in the government. Well, no, I don't think. I know we do. You got one side who, for whatever usually selfish reasons, they have decided that all things UFO-ish and alien-ish are their own personal domain, and the word shall not ever get out to the public who pays for these programs and pays their wages. And these people don't understand that every single week or bi-weekly we go to cash our paycheck, and there's a whole big shitload of it missing. Okay, it's going in their pocket. Yeah, it builds a few roads, not very well, not enough. It fuels a lot of law enforcement that today has become mostly just asinine bullies, just criminals, just criminal gangs. And let's not even go there. All these black ops people, they're not being paid by the Catholic Church. They're being paid by you coming out of your paycheck. And the people who believe that all of the stuff they've uncovered, all the information they've uncovered, they believe that it's theirs, even though you paid for it. They cannot make that connection. So anyway, that's the mindset of one side of this war. Everything that's ever uncovered is theirs and theirs and theirs and theirs forever and ever, and you will never know it. And it's just too bad. That's too bad. They're so special that only they can be allowed to know the truth. Okay, fuck them. Up the ass. With a baseball bat wrapped in razor wire, okay? Rusty. Fuck them that much. Such bullshit. Okay, then you got the other side. And this side has always been there. but they've been vastly outnumbered and tamped down and scared and intimidated into just shutting the hell up. And that has worked really, really well for about 50, 60, 70 years. But it's beginning to crack. And those people are starting to say, no. They're pushing back. Saying, we're going to talk. They're still scared. They're scared of losing their pensions and this and that. They're scared of losing everything. We talked about this, I think, in the last tape. But they're starting to push a little bit. They're still outnumbered, however. So are we going to see a major announcement? Are we going to see, 50 major officials and politicians line up on a stage and say, sorry, folks, we've been lying. They're real. They're coming here, pretty much many times per minute. And, maybe they're stealing some babies. Well, it could happen. And they're doing a lot of probing, and we're powerless to stop that. And some abductions and some things they should not be doing, and but they gave us some tech. They gave us some tech. Jesus Christ, where do you think Velcro came from? Jesus Christ, it's a two-way street. Anyway, I don't see them making any kind of a major announcement. If it was their plan to make a major announcement, they would be releasing slowly in a timely manner. They would be releasing more and more and more, but they're not really. They're not. The only people releasing anything are the people who call them bullshit. The people who do know and are slowly starting to call bullshit. The ones who are dug in, the ones who really control stuff, well, they're dug in, and I don't see them changing willingly, not ever. The only hope we've got is this critical mass thing. Maybe enough people in high enough positions are going to start pushing back. Well, they've already started. Some of them at considerable personal risk to themselves and to their families, and their dogs, cats, and their asses. So the whole question is, will it reach critical mass so that side can overcome the other side? So far, I'm not seeing it. They're pushing and they're making a lot of stink, and they got a lot of discussion going, a lot of discourses going, really more probably than at any time in our history. But is it enough to just crack open the egg? And I'm not seeing it. I don't believe it. I don't believe it yet. They're going to run out of fuel. Okay, they're going to run out of real documentable cases. And then what do they do? What do they? You sit around the campfire and you just talk about the same issues over and over and over and over and over, and you don't come to any conclusion. You're trying to solve mysteries without any clues, and after a while, everybody just gets tired and they go to bed. And then tomorrow you go camping. That's where I think we're at. But we'll watch it for a while. I've been watching this case in Las Vegas. As usual, they're getting picked to smithereens. The media's in there, one half of it, trying to say, well, you said the sky was blue yesterday, but today you say it's bluish, so you're a lying fucking bastard. You just made the whole thing up, didn't you, you little fuckhead? Okay, that's the media. That's half of the media. The other half would like to see a big story, especially now that it is more or less acceptable to talk about. Well, I was going to say the poor people, if they're If they're telling the truth, then they're poor people. The poor people in Vegas have gone dark. Everybody, I think, except Betty and Barney Hill, everybody who's involved in any kind of a big something like that, they end up going dark because they end up getting picked to death. And they called every name in the book, and they probably got people throwing rocks at their windows and shit like that. God dang it. So that's one reason they go dark. The other reason they might go dark is the government saw credibility in their story, and just came and got them. Just got them. They did that to Brazos in New Mexico for the Roswell incident. They just came and got him. That's the guy who came to town and said, look at this. This is an alien ship. I saw it, And the military just came and got him. And they put him in a little stockade thing for, I can't remember how long, 2 weeks, I think. 10 days, 2 weeks. And he was a cowboy. He was no bullshit. He was no bullshit guy. Roy Rogers, stand up. And he's going to tell his story, and that's all there is to that. And he kept telling his story, and they pissed him off. And they came and got him. They physically came and got him, put him in that little bunker thing on the base there, right there in Roswell. And quote unquote debriefed him, means brainwashed him for quite a while. He was making, $180 a month or something. I can't remember exactly. When he came out of that little stockade thing, he was driving a brand new pickup, brand new, paid in cash. Anyway, they worked on him and they, quote unquote, fixed him. In this case in Vegas, I suspect they've got these guys and they're, quote unquote, retraining. Curious to see if they come out of it with any kind of financial perks, but it's interesting. We just got to keep watching it. I can't say which way it's going to go. I've seen cases this good that pretty quickly turn out to be complete and total hoax, just bullshit hoax. So I'm not even assigning any sand of credibility to this thing yet. Just nothing. I'm just abstaining from even trying to speculate which way it's going to go. Could go either way as far as I'm concerned. So we just got to keep watching. But they have gone dark. They're gone. Nobody in the house. Don't know. Time. You just got to give it time. I know everybody's just on the edge of their seats about this thing. It's just too early. Lots of conflicting stories roaming around. Lots of them probably made up by disinformation operatives. Fucking Jesus. I wouldn't be surprised if Anton Anfilov is there, that little prick. Okay, so just give it time. Just keep watching. Don't form any judgments for really quite some time. Some months. Give it time. Really, you got to give it time. Let the investigators get in there and shake it out. Let the leaks happen. And if there's anything to it, there will be leaks. There will be something. Okay, so I did cherry pick one. Here we go. Is that the one? Yeah, okay. As everybody knows, we got a giant collection. We started out with 9,400. We got 8,000 reports left. And we go through them one by one. And we look for bullshit. If there's bullshit, we delete them. If there might not be totally 100% bullshit, then we assign a little bit of sand to the case and we drop it in a bucket. If the bucket's ever full and overflowing, then we say, okay, gotcha, we believe in aliens. As of this tape, the bucket is 90% plus a smidge. So that's where we're at. Okay, near Nipawin, Saskatchewan, Canada, summer 1933. I kind of like them back then because people tended to speak no bullshit. You know, they tended to be very plain and blunt and upfront with what they were talking about. And there was not a huge amount of alien crap floating around everywhere that they could copy from and stuff like that. There were some, but not huge. No internet, of course. That didn't come until Al Gore invented it in 1959. Fucking turkey bastard. Time is midnight. Following a week of reported lights in the area, a Nipawin woman, Canadian, she Indian? Maybe not. And two men decided to, yeah, okay, let's just do this again. Following a week of reported lights in the area, a Nipawin woman and two men decided to investigate. Cool. God, I love that stuff. But if I see him, I want to be really, really far away with my telephoto. Around midnight, they drove out toward Lake Tobin, going as far as they could in their pickup truck. They set on foot toward a light on the ground in a boggy area and at a distance of under a quarter mile. Oh, okay. I screwed it up. And at a distance of under a quarter mile, saw a large oval on legs, domed and brightly luminous, giving off an orange glow that lit up the area. Okay. They seem to like swamps, and if I was an alien, I would too, because they're just teeming with life. And also, you go hover or float in a swamp, pretty hard for the locals to get at you. You know, they can kind of look, can't throw a rock that far, could shoot you, I guess. But you want to know what people are likely to do to aliens if they find them? Go read a book called A Whale for the Killing. Farley Mowat. He was a friend of mine. We wrote back and forth. When I was writing for magazines, we wrote. Excellent book. Nasty, ugly, sad, probably make you cry. But it gives you a true insight into human nature and what they will do when they find things that are helpless, or if they just see an opportunity to fuck with them. A Whale for the Killing. About an incident in Canada. True story. Farley Mowat. One of the best writers ever on Earth. Okay. Domed and brightly luminous, giving off an orange glow that lit up the area, sitting out there in the swamp. There was an open hatch, and they saw about a dozen humanoid figures, less than 5 feet tall, moving up and down the ladder and engaged in a repair operation. Okay, this gives me a headache, really. It's fascinating, but it gives me a headache. How many flying saucers can need to be repaired? Are they just flying shit? Are they just flying Walmart goddamn shit? They built it in the back of Popular Mechanics. You know, how the hell can they have so many malfunctions? Good God. Or the other side is maybe they're having relatively very, very few malfunctions, but there are so many millions of them here that there's just going to be that small percentage that seems like a lot. Could go either way. Jeez, that's a creepy thought. The three witnesses watched for about half an hour, then left. Yeah, what else are you going to do? You can't get out there. Let's see, 33, yeah, no video cameras around. Several days later, they located the landing site and found traces, including 4 apparent landing gear marks around a circle of scorched ground. A photograph was taken of the traces, but is no longer available. Okay, I've actually studied this one more. There's more to it than this. And I don't know where that copy is, but this one seems to me to be pretty darn solid report. Nobody ever cracked them. They never recanted or anything else. They just said, look, this, we saw it, take it or leave it. They all had similar statements. Okay, how much sand? 20 grains. I give 20 grains of sand. That's a lot. Really a lot. Okay, just sequentially near Port Colborne, Ontario, winter 1936, time is unknown. The 15-year-old witness watched a metallic saucer-shaped craft fly low overhead and land on a nearby field. He approached, dumbass, the object and apparently encountered some human-like occupants and was invited inside the object where he was shown some machinery. 1936. People were not really imaginative in 1936. Not a lot to it, but I like it anyway. I give him 3 grains of sand. Okay. Oops, I thought we had. What the hell? Come on. Come on, Mr. Gates, don't screw with us now. I know where you live. I actually do. Some of my family worked on his complex, and they said it was surreal and bizarre beyond anything you could comprehend. The security was so tight that they said they were assigned immediately upon entering the property, the compound. They were assigned a security person, and that person stayed with them no matter what, every single instant that they were there, staring intently at what they were doing, and even when they went to the bathroom. I mean, this is a guy, Gates, who's one paranoid son of a bitch, and that makes me very happy. I hope his life is just thoroughly miserable. He sure as hell fucked a lot of people. Okay, here we go. Pentelican Mountain, Greece, 1839, times morning. The man went to, I'm not going to struggle through these, some site to collect resin from the pine trees. He went very early in the morning, so as he reached the site, he decided to take a nap until dawn. Okay. Not long after that, he was awakened by a strange lullaby. Then he saw in front of him a very tall, naked man. Oh, God, a flasher. What the hell? The man was wearing a huge hat shaped like a mushroom. The witness stood up, and the man went away screaming and vanished into the pine forest. What the fuck is this? There's no aliens here. It's a goddamn flasher. What the hell? Yeah, okay, well, good God. Here's a Borrego, something, Sink, California, 1939, time is night. A man prospecting alone in a desolate area was confronted one night by a pack of... God, here we go. Here we go, people. Hi-de-ho. A man prospecting alone in a desolate area was confronted one night by a pack. That's a gaggle, that's a herd of hairy, two-legged creatures covered with silvery white hair or fur. Kind of one and the same. And glowing red-colored eyes. Okay. The creatures surrounded his camp and menaced him for some time, but were apparently kept at bay by the blazing campfire. I think he seasoned last night's dinner with some little mushroom stuff that turned out to be not quite what he thought. And he had a really, really bad night. That's what I think. Jeez. Tres Cerros, Brazil. I like Brazil. I could end up there. I don't know if they're any crazier than the people in Southeast Asia, but the craziness in Southeast Asia is getting to me. I'm in a country now where they got a number of beautiful parks. You want to walk around, and they got a bunch of wild, well, they're not wild, really. They're cats. They're nice cats. And volunteers feed them. And so you sit there, you go sit in the grass or seat or whatever, and the cats will come over and say, hey, how you doing, man? Got any tuna? Got anything at all? And sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. And they'll sit for a while and they roll around in your lap and pet them and talk to them. And, it's good therapy for them and for us. It's really fun. It's a really fun thing to do. They got enough food that they're healthy and, they're not mangy, they're not dirty. They got good habitat to live and be left alone. The whole place is surrounded, all the parks are surrounded by shrubs and all kinds of places where they can just have nice little cat lives. They're very well domesticated, no owners, but they got signs. The government has set up signs that say, do not pet the cats. They need their privacy. And if you are seen petting a cat by any of the government-sanctioned guards, they can come and write you a citation and do other bad things for petting the cat, for petting a fucking cat. Okay. I've never seen a Southeast Asian country as whacked as this one. Most of them are whacked in some other way, but this one is whacked in a way that's pissing me off. And I'm starting to look around. Haven't been here long, but I'm starting to look around. I was going to retire right here forever, but I'm starting to look around. I'm just tired of the crazy. Jesus, God. Okay. Anyway, Brazil sounds nice. Witness Cesafredo Silveira Gomez saw a circular metallic object on the ground. Next to the craft stood 3 short humanoids dressed in black coveralls. Well, that's pretty Spartan there, Cesafredo. No, can't do anything with that. Okay. Khalidin, I don't know, Ireland. Oh, Snake Island. Oh my God, Snake Island. Yeah. The bad side of my family comes from Wales, and they said Snake Island is fucked. They said don't go there because it's full of snakes. They said it's just overflowing. It's just you can't even walk. They're just biting you. Oh God. People there, they put their feet inside of 5-gallon pails and they tape them to their knees and they walk around like that so the fucking snakes can't bite them. That's how goddamn bad it is, okay? All right. Maybe I got a picture of that somewhere. January 1939, time is midnight. 2 men, including Michael Sheehy, red-haired bastards. They all are. No, I mean red hair is lovely. Oh, yes, beautiful. We're returning home from work and we're nearing a wide detour around the Khalidin state when they were perplexed to see 3 strange figures standing in a group just where the by road joins the highway. Okay. Hitchhikers from space. Killer hitchhikers from space. And they were indeed 3 extraordinary figures. They were tall and well-built, and all were clothed in deep black. They stood close together and facing each other in a small circle or triangle, with their arms straight down by their sides and their heads bowed as if in sorrow or deep contemplation. No, they're communing. They're communing telepathically. Wouldn't you like to hear that conversation? Talking about the babes they've seen walking around. How tall are they? They just say tall. They say tall. They're tall and good looking, and they have deep black clothing. What the fuck? Is it a law you can't do that in Snake Island? Good God, I'd be afraid to go there. What color can I wear? Gray. Like Austria. Gray. What other color? Light gray. Anything else? Dirt gray. Black? Yeah, black's okay. That's it, though. Don't fucking push your luck there, punk. God, I hate that place. Okay, so I guess if you're tall and good looking and wearing black in Snake Island, you're going to get the look. Okay, this is quite odd. I'm just skimming this again. There's nothing. They're not doing anything. Tall, well built, clothed in deep black. What the fucking fuck? Why is that a problem? After some hesitation, the two men plucked up their courage. Why? They got three eyes or what? They're nothing. They're just... Oh, God, they plucked up their courage. Well, that must be a wimpy goddamn bunch of people. Plucked up their courage and walked past these eerie figures, but keeping as far away as possible in case they sprung at them like Spring Heel Jack. Well on the grass verge on the other side of the road. Really, people? I can just visualize this. You got three handsome guys standing there, well-dressed, talking to each other. Maybe mumbling, something like that. And so what do? You stare at them. You're creeping from bush to bush to bush like Wile E. Coyote. Behind the tree, Don Knotts, Look at him. They're weird looking. Nobody handsome on this fucking island. So therefore they must be from space. So they'll work up their courage and they decide to walk by him, but keeping as far away as possible, well on the grass verge on the other side of the road. My God, if Ireland ever has a war, what in the hell are they going to do? I'll tell you what they're going to do. They're going to have a meeting. And somebody's going to draw the short straw. And he's going to be given a paper grocery bag. And it's going to be wiggling. And he's going to think, oh my God, it's full of ravenous killer creatures of some kind. I can't even imagine what the fucking fuck is in there. And his mission is going to be, he's going to walk over to the enemy camp. Say, hey guys, how you doing? I brought you this. And you throw it and run. It's a bag of ferrets. That's it. That's their entire defense. It's really very sad. I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't know Irish people at all. I mean, my family stayed the hell away from them. Just wanted to keep them out there on that goddamn island where they belonged. Oh, hell. Okay. Then they hurried. Okay. After they walked by these three guys, but on the other side of the road, hunched over. Don't look at them. Don't look. Oh, fuck. They look. Don't look back. God, fucking Jesus Christ. They scurry along. Hide behind a shrub, Fuck me. Then they hurried on and parted at the avenue gates. As he reached the back avenue gate, he stopped in horror, for there, before him, on the outside road, were the same three weird figures, just as he had seen them before. It was, of course, quite impossible for them to have got there by natural means. Even running, they could not have made the detour in time, but there they were, and in the same queer poses as before. I think it's a club, for Christ's sake. It's a club doing some fucking weird ass thing out there in the burbs or something. There's no flying saucer. No probing. No telepathic messages. There's fuck all, as we used to say in Canada. He again, keeping as far away as he could. Oh, Jesus Christ, that's a sad race of people over there. He again, keeping as far away as he could, ran past them. and made his way home as fast as he could go. I'll tell you a story. It sounds just like these guys. Places I go sometimes, I go to really, really remote places. And I flew into this one place. Where the hell was it? Laos, I think. And a regular jetliner. It was a smallish jetliner. Okay. So we flew into this place. I can't remember what the hell I was going to do. I was going to meet somebody or something. And I was alone. And we landed with no room to spare. Just, man, he hit the ground, pretty much on the numbers, and then he's on those brakes. And they got stopped before the end of the runway. And he started to turn, and I thought, well, wait, where are you going? There's no taxiways. What the fuck is this? No, there was no taxiways. It was just a strip. It was a regular commercial jetliner strip, but it was just a strip. There was no taxiways. And so what he had to do was he had to do a U-E on the runway, and he muffed it. He screwed the pooch, and he got the nose wheel over in the grass off the pavement, and he couldn't go forward, and no reverse on a jetliner, And we had to sit there while some little tractor came out, hooked up to him, pushed us back about 20 feet, and then he could hit it again and make the turn. This was a half an hour. And he made the turn, got pointed back the other way, downwind direction on the runway now. And he goes back and gets opposite to the little building that served as the terminal. And a little teeny tiny path, gravel path, and we're taxiing bumpity bump over to the terminal. And finally, we all get the hell off, and we're happy. And I go in the terminal, and it was actually biggish inside. Biggish. I mean, not a normal terminal, but it was a pretty good sized building. There's probably 100, 150 people in there. Pretty much all just natives, from that area. Just bush people, province people. And what did I have to do? I had to wait for something. I had to wait for my ride to show up or something. So I had to hang around in there for like 45 to 60 minutes, something like that. So I'm just walking around, and after 4 minutes, you've seen everything there's to see, but you just keep walking, because what are you going to do? And so as I'm walking around in there, and I wasn't nicely dressed, I was just normally dressed, I was traveling, I'm old school. You don't wear shorts and shit on an airplane, you look like a respectable human being, for Christ's sake. Something that's lost on today's generation. Well, I think about the last 5 generations. But anyway, so I'm walking around, and I noticed that wherever I went, the people parted before me. They'd see me coming, they'd look at me out of the corner of their eyes, and they would just part. They would just part. All moved as far away as they could get. And I thought, what in the hell do I stink? What the hell? I got bird shit on my hair or something? What is going on? And I actually went in the bathroom and looked. No, I can't say I looked fine, but I looked normal, okay? And I went back out, and I'm walking around, and I realized that the kids, there was a troop of kids following me. And every time I turned around, they giggle, and quick, they'd turn around as fast as they could, and they'd scatter, and hide here and hide there. I thought, oh, Jesus. And I finally figured out that I was just weird. I was just so weird and unusual there that I was a big deal. I was a big deal. And pretty soon after, it took them a long time. After about half an hour, the kids started working up their nerve. And these were not little beggar kids. These were province kids. These are decent, nice kids. And they would come up behind me, 2 or 3 of them, 4 of them. And one of them would be the dare victim. And that one had to come up to me in some way and touch my clothing. Just touch it. And then they'd shriek and giggle and laugh, and they'd streak off somewhere, and they'd all congratulate that one. Oh, you did it. You didn't fucking eat you, did he? I told you. No, yeah, they're okay, And this went on for the whole rest of the time I was there. I don't know how many of them did that. I would say 20 of them probably. And I just let him. I thought it was cute. I thought it was funny. Sometimes I would turn and smile at him. Oh, God, that got the shrieks and the giggles. It was a lot of fun. It was just a game. But anyway, that's what I see in these red-haired manly men from Snake Island. These guys do not appear to be weird looking really much at all. They'd probably be perfectly normal looking in New York or Phoenix or, Snake Island. Could be that if you don't have red hair, you're just some kind of alien criminal rapist son of a bitch, that's, and I can picture him just skulking, peeking out from behind the bushes. Jesus. Okay. But there they were again in a new place, and I'm betting it's not the same guys. It's some club or something. And in the same queer poses as before. Queer. They just said they're facing each other and they got their heads down. Maybe they're praying. Maybe there's some kind of Jewish people. Sometimes they look really goddamn scary to me. That could easily have been what it was. Easily. Okay, he, again, keeping as far away as he could. Ran past them. I'm surprised they weren't daring him to run by and touch their clothing, And made his way home as fast as he could go. And there he went under the bed and peed his pants till his mommy came. This is not a good, commercial for the Irish people. That was 1939, so I'm pretty sure by now they're far braver. Okay, credibility? Yeah, right. Westwood, Pennsylvania. Date, February 11th, 1939. Afternoon, farmer Sylvester Scott was spreading fertilizer when he noticed his dogs were restful. I never liked that word, restful. Restful means they're full of rest, If they're laying down sleeping, I say, oh, they're very restful, aren't they? No, they're running around like goddamn lunatics. So you got to think of another name. It doesn't work. And excited. Okay. Then nearby, he spotted a strange creature which was 2 or 3 feet high and was colored like a... We're talking about things and creatures who probably aren't creatures at all. They're just normal damn things. But somebody got the idea that they're creatures. Okay. Here we go again. Then nearby he spotted a strange creature which was 2 or 3 feet high and was colored just like a deer in front with white on the flanks. Oh, well, it couldn't possibly be a deer. No. That's too hideous to consider. With white on the flanks. On its ass, I guess. The silent creature was less than 50 feet away. It had paws rather than hooves. I guess you could see that at 50 feet. My glasses aren't strong enough. I need my telephoto. When I'm walking around, lots of times when I need to see a street sign or something, I can't freaking read it. I got to raise the telephoto. And sometimes I got to take a picture of it and then enlarge the picture. Then I go, oh, yeah, Main Street. Okay. It had a foot-long neck, deer, a small head, deer, no tail. Well, they don't really have proper tails anyway. It jumped 2 feet in the air, ran across a field, and disappeared. It's a deer. It's a fucking deer. When the creature ran away, the dogs refused to follow it. Yeah, because there's something wrong with it, okay? It got hit by a car. The lions ate its front legs off or something like that, and it's birth defect maybe. When the creature ran away, they must be Irish dogs. They refused to follow it. Yeah, I bet he imported them from Ireland for their bravery. God. He saw the creature 3 other times and heard its screams during the night because now the lions are chewing off its hind legs. Oh, life is hard for Bambi. Okay. Aliens, I'd be thinking 9. Niet. Okay. Speaking of 9. Steglitz, Berlin, Germany, March 1939, early morning. Oh, I got the monsoons are making me just screwed up. The 5-year-old witness suddenly woke up to see 3 shapes sitting before him on his bed. However, he did not feel any additional load or pressure on the bed. That's called a ghost or a dream. God damn. The shapes had human proportions with round heads but blurred facial features. But the eyes appeared to be black. That's called, wait for it, a dream. They had arms with hands that blended into darkness. That's called, wait for it, a dream. The figures were encased in a shiny white glow, which clearly outlined their body. That's called, wait for it, a fucking dream. Jesus Christ. The shapes sat one behind the other. The figure in front was bending down, looking exactly directly at the witness. That's what they do in a dream. They're trying to scare you. It always happens, and it always scares me. It works every time. The witness never felt frightened. Well, I would have. But, however, screamed for his parents. Well, that's bullshit. Then he's a lying little prick. He never felt frightened, but he screamed for his mommy. Not adding up there, Paisano. But, however, screamed for his parents and turned the lights on at this point. The figures seemed to fade away. That's called, what do you think that's called, people? Called a dream. The shiny visitors apparently came back the same night with the same results. That's called a repeat dream. Oh, holy hell. I'm reading the note here. I'm not gonna inflict it upon you unless it says something interesting. No, it does not. Jeez. Okay, any credibility for you happened in Germany, so we can say 9. You ever ask a German, what color is the grass? You ask me, what color is the grass? Okay, what do I say? Green. You ask a German, what color is the grass? Green! Yeah. Okay. Horcajada, I don't know. Spain. May 1939, times unknown. Several locals, including Adelaida Rubio, encountered a humanoid figure wearing a uniform that appeared to have metallic legs. It emitted bright flashes of light, and it moved over fields using strange jumps and clumsy bounding movements. According to some in the area, it somehow resembled a soldier. Well, that's quite odd. But I'm not connecting it to alien thing. I'm just connecting it to a weird thing. Hell. Rural Alabama. This ought to be good. Oh, yeah. I got a feeling about this. How long is it? Oh, my God. It goes long, like 3 pages. Okay, this is probably the last one. I hope. Just enough silliness. Just enough silliness for one night. Rural Alabama, July 1939. The time is daytime. A retired FBI agent said that while investigating unusual reports concerning a fortune teller and military secrets, he was sent to the above location to investigate the facts. Well, that's interesting. Are fortune tellers real? Yeah. How many of them? About 3 in the entire world. I have seen firsthand people foretell the future. And I've been there. And I've watched it play out in a matter of minutes or hours. They foretold things that could not possibly have ever in a billion years be imagined. And yet, bizarre as they were, they happened. And I saw it. My own beady little eyes. Therefore, I stake my life on it, and the life of your cat also, that the future can be foretold. And I don't like that. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. Is it subject to change at any given instant? Well, I hope so. I mean, I don't want to, I really don't want to think we're just playing out a script. I don't want to believe that. I truly do not want to believe that. But in the very few cases I've seen play out, it played out. Really, really true. Jing, jing. So this guy's investigating usual reports concerning a fortune teller, whether it's probably some crackpot or brother-in-law was in the army and he knew where the spam was hidden, So she's telling that they think it's a military secret, and that's probably what it was. Anyway, he's there and he's investigating this heinous crime. Upon arriving at the residence, the agents, now there's plural. Okay, first it said agent, now it says agents. Found a woman sitting. What the fuck? No. In the first, he's a retired FBI agent, singular. And then we get down there and there's agents plural, and it kind of sounds like they're official. I don't know. At the residence, the agents found a woman sitting on the front porch. Okay, probably all dressed in beads and got a couple of decks of tarot cards and shit like that. The agents approached the bottom steps and identified themselves. They told her that they were going to ask her several questions. Oh, that's going to work really well with a fortune teller. She smiled and said yes, but told them she was not a fortune teller and she... What? Come on now. Down the rabbit hole. They told her that they were going to ask her several questions. She smiled and said yes, but told them she was not a fortune teller and she could read their minds. She said she had been reading minds for a very long time. When asked where she was from, she replied, another world. Oh God, that's when it gets fun. That's when I rub my hands together and I say, madam, please, may I sit? We're going to get to the bottom of this shit one way or the other. I don't care how long it takes. I ain't leaving this porch. When asked where she was from, she replied, another world. She was asked what she was doing on Earth and replied that she was guarding something that did not concern humans. Oh God, this is delicious. This is a delicious conversation. I would be just in heaven. I'd ask for lemonade. I'd say, you want me to send out for burgers? Because it's going to take a while, lady. The agents decided to take her in for questioning. Yeah, Jesus Christ, bully motherfuckers. I'd have to see a transcript of the conversation to see if that was warranted, but chances are it was not. And that kind of law enforcement bullying bullshit is only getting worse by the month. By the month. Jesus, I'm far more scared of law enforcement in the U.S. now than of any criminal element. Against the criminal element, you have the possibility of recourse. Against law enforcement, you do not. You don't. They're going to do what they want. That's all there is to it. Jesus. I mean that quite literally. I'm very, very scared of law enforcement now, what it has become over the last 15 years, even 20 years. But today, 2023, it's berserko, it's over the top, it's, they're criminals. They're just criminals now. They're just gangs of criminals. I said that before, not to repeat myself. Okay, so the agents decided to take her in for questioning, but she told them she had not intentions of going with them. Good girl. The head agent ordered one of the men to escort her to the car. But as he was walking up the steps of the porch, he suddenly began trembling and fell to the ground. Good girl. Oh, God, my kingdom for a GoPro. She remained sitting and told the agents that if they made any further attempts, none of them would leave from there alive. Good girl. Oh, that's my kind of lady. I don't care if she's 100. I'll marry her. They agreed, and the agent on the ground got up unhurt. They agreed. That's unusual. Normally, they would just put her at gunpoint, and if she flinched, they just blast her to smithereens. That's our brave law enforcement now. They agreed. They agreed, and the agent on the ground got up unhurt. Before leaving, the agents asked for proof that she was indeed from another world. She agreed and told them to have their superiors pick an area of 100 square miles and to put markers around it. Well, they don't have the budget for that shit. What the hell is she talking about? And to make sure no airplanes flew over the area. No, nobody's going to do that. Bullshit. No. What? Okay, come on now. Starting to go wacky on us. 1939, nobody had radios in their airplanes in those days. Well, there weren't many airplanes, but the few that were didn't have radios, hardly at all. Not as if you can put out a general announcement and say, by the way, don't fly over this 100-mile square, 10 by 10 miles, and it's going to get nuked in about 20 minutes. No way you can do that. Stupid of her to ask and stupid of them to agree. The agents left and reported the strange encounter to their superiors. They strangely agreed to do exactly what she told them to. Strangely, yes, they strangely agreed. Strangely agreed. That's the operative phrase there. I don't know. These FBI guys must have had some kind of a story to tell the CO, because I'm not buying it. Later, an internal excursion into the deserted area that was picked for the proof revealed that it had been completely devoid of life, including birds, plants, etc. The agents were told to forget the whole thing and to never attempt to contact the strange woman again. Well, I'm going to try that. I'm going to try that next time. I'm going to say, it's just stupid. You come up these stairs, ain't none of you going to leave here alive. Boom, 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 boom. Little fucker threatened their lives. Okay. Alrighty. Well, what the hell? Credibility or not? If there was documentation on it, yeah, let me see the police reports. Let me see some eyewitness stuff. Let me see some scientific analysis saying there's not even a bacteria living in that 10 by 10. Can I give it a molecule? No. Well, can I? Yeah. I give it one molecule from 1 grain of sand. That's it. That's all there is. There ain't no more. Okay, Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, 1947, time is night. Witnesses saw a low-flying, luminous, triangular-shaped craft. Inside what appeared to be a cabin, several moving figures could be seen. Around the same time, there was an undocumented reported, geez, this is badly written, of a UFO landing and contact with its occupants in a place called Bom Sucesso. No other information. Exact description. No. Nothing there. Okay. How long is this thing? It's not too long. Okay, last one. Platonovo, Oryol region, Russia. Well, that figures we'd have to finish with a goddamn rusty piece of shit. Oh, by the way, for those following the Dyatlov Pass incident from way back in the 40s, I think, pretty sure the 40s, late 40s, where the Russian, I think there was 9 of them, 7 or 9 of them went on a scientific mission, hiking about 10,000 miles into the Russian mountains. And then something really, really bad happened, and they all died. So Dyatlov, how do you spell it? D-Y-T, wait, no, D-Y-A-T-L-O-V, pass. Google it. If you, pretty much everybody knows about this. I mean, you know, it was like required reading in my school in 4th grade. So. Anyways, for people who have agonized and wrung their hands over that thing for the last 40, 50, 60 years, as I did, I was pretty much convinced there was something to that one. And I'm pretty sure we covered it, and I'm pretty sure I gave it a respectable amount of sand. I researched that turkey damn thing for years and years and years, and it just looked worse and worse and worse. Anyway, there's a new theory out about what could very well have happened, and and if that is what happened, it's all perfectly natural. Just a domino effect, a cascading effect of one bad decision after another, affecting another, and just bad deal. Really, really bad luck. And I tend to give that pretty much as much credibility as the idea that Bigfoot came and crushed their chests and ate their genitals, or whatever the fuck the story was. I'm thinking maybe it was natural. So if you've been, wondering about that, worrying about that one for your whole life, I think very, very possibly I was wrong on it. And that's why we don't give a lot of credibility to any one case. We give little pinches of sand. So if one of them turns out to be wrong or a hoax or whatever, this was not a hoax. I mean, this really did happen. But I'm not willing to lose a lot of credibility all in one place. So that's why we go through this long, laborious process of a pinch here and a grain here and a molecule there. So that overall, in the end, we're going to have an absolutely overwhelming supply of sand. 10 times more than we need to offset the few hoaxes and mistakes. That's where we're going with this. Incredible proof. We need incredible proof for incredible things. Okay, so here we go. 7-year-old Mikhail something. While sleeping, I don't like the sleeping ones because they're dreaming, was suddenly wakened by a soft nudge on his side. Well, how many times you dreamed that there was a soft nudge on your side, and you're in bed alone, except for the chupacabra? He opened his eyes and saw a tall entity dressed completely in green. He also wore a cap on his head that shone with a weak orange light. The entity looked like a soldier. The boy was very frightened and awoke his mother. She saw the entity also. Okay, thank you. So maybe a little paisano there wasn't. So maybe he really did wake up. Or maybe the mom is just humoring him. She asked, "Who are you? Why are you here?" in a trembling voice. Okay. The entity did not respond, so he's an asshole. He stood, or don't speak, no, earth. He stood wordless in the same place. That's when you plug him. You rack around, you say, one more time, "Motherfucker, why are you here?" And you flick on the laser. You put it right where they think the heart probably is. And you start taking up the tension. And you count. 4, 5, 6. Cat got your tongue, motherfucker? 7, 8, 9. Boom, 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 boom. Should have answered, fuckhead. That's how you do it. And then you go through his clothing, looking for money, and you find out he's a deaf mute. And retarded also. Okay. then you got to go get a bunch of garbage bags and shit like that. Okay. He stood wordless in the same place. The mother rushed into the children's room, grabbed her daughter, and hid her under the blankets. Yeah, that's right. Blankets are impenetrable. No monsters can go through them. The boy hid under the other blanket. Yeah, that's what the Jesus Christ. Magic blankets. The woman began asking the alien again who he was and how he had entered the house. Why is he not just a rapist? Let's go back and see what he looks like. Tall entity dressed in green with a cap. And the cap shone with a weak orange light. Looked like a soldier. I ain't seeing no fucking alien, I'm seeing a rapist. The alien then made a deep breathing sound and vanished in plain sight. Or either that or she fainted. After that, there was a bright flash of light outside the window, like fire, and then it vanished. Okay. Credibility? No, not really. You know, if there would have been some flying saucers at least, or some chupacabras, or some Bigfoots, or Spring Heel Jack, or something, anything. Okay. One more. We want one more. Rural New Mexico. Used to live there. God, I got stories. January 7th, 1947. Time is unknown. A Texas man reported encountering the wreckage of an egg-shaped craft in a desert area. God, it sounds like Wally. What the hell's his name? Wally? Was it? No, not Shapiro. Wally said a cop down in Socorro. Egg-shaped craft in the desert. That's a truly excellent report. I don't know if we've done that one in this series or not. If we haven't, we will. Maybe I'll search for it. Inside it was the bodies of 3 humanoid beings with oversized heads and large black eyes. Soon a military team showed up and warned that he should not discuss what he had seen. Yeah, like anybody's going to believe him anyway. This almost sounds like kind of a abbreviated rehash of that case down in Socorro. This is a Texas guy that was a New Mexico cop, so it's kind of rearranged a little bit, but it's very, very similar. And the problem is they don't say where. So if this one also said Socorro, then you could say, well, okay, it's just some kind of weird dupe, but could be the same little humanoids, that Wally saw. What the fuck? I don't know. Okay. We're way over our time. These are like those little mystery chocolates, okay? This is, life is like a box of chocolates. You get these, the big Christmas mix, and some of them are creams and some of them are caramels and some of them are marshmallow and some of them are peanut butter and some are this and that. And you don't really know, because if they got a legend that shows you what's in there, it's never fucking correct. So you just take that sucker and throw it away, and you want to be surprised anyway. So you sit there, you skip the dinner so you get room, and you sit there with a couple of pounds, I don't know, 30, 40, 60, 70, 80 chocolates in there, I don't know, doesn't matter. You eat till you're full, okay? And you pick one up and you look at it and you think, now what in the hell could be inside that one? What is in there? Caramel? No, I don't really. It's not a fucking caramel. Hey, Spot, come here. Yeah, this could be caramel. You want it? Yeah. Okay, so you get ready just in case it's caramel. And he's all primed. He's got his mouth hanging open. 2 feet away. It's all right, master. I can catch it first. Sure. Won't go on the carpet, I promise. And it's caramel. You bite it, and it's fucking caramel. So you pluck down the basket, swish, hole in one, down the throat. He didn't even taste it. It went down his throat. And then you pick up the next one. And it might be a cream. The creams are the best. Oh, my God. and you scarf that turkey, and it almost doesn't matter how full you get. You're starting to burp up that sugar high, And it doesn't really matter, because the next one could be the amazing one. It could be the one that just sends you to goddamn nirvana. So you just keep eating, because the next one is going to be the very best one ever. Well, it's not. It's fucking caramel again, you bastards. Why do you put the fucking goddamn... You can order them that don't have caramel. You got to be careful. Pay extra, I think. I don't know, but anyway, the whole point is these little reports are like that. I don't know if it's going to be caramel or creamy chocolate, peanut butter, something like that. Oh, God almighty. You don't know, so you just keep eating. You just keep eating until you just sort of pass out. And you wake up, half sprawled out on the sofa. The chocolate's all running out of your mouth because you overflowed, and you think, God, can I get one more down? Can I? And you look down at the box. There's nothing left because the fucking dog got him while you were sleeping. All righty. Not given. Location not given. January 12th, 1947. Time is evening. Well, in an out-of-body state. Maybe. Sketchy. William Ferguson felt himself traveling at the speed of light. Okay, bullshit. I'm calling bullshit. Calling bullshit already. One fucking line of calling bullshit. When you're floating outside the body, I don't think you're limited to the speeds of physical reality. I really don't think they apply. I don't think it has anything to do with that. So if he's traveling only at the speed of light, he's full shit. He then found himself in the planet Mars. What's the speed of light between here and Mars? It's like about 18 seconds or something, Shit. Okay. He's in the planet Mars, though. He's not on it. He's in it. Where he met... Oh, God damn it. I knew this was turning south. Where he met Kaga, a Martian with red hair from Snake Island. Fuck me. Red complexion and broad... Well, red complexion because the fucking sun burned her skin off a long time ago. Red complexion and broad features that had the ability to float in midair, no other information. Now, is there notes down here? Yeah, there's a note. How much you want to bet the note maker took this seriously? Early report of a supposed visit to Mars, albeit in the astral state. No, it's called the sleeping, dreaming state. You hell. Okay. God. See, that was a caramel. That was a fucking caramel. With pistachios, and they really suck. They're probably the worst one. Okay, are we tired yet? Yeah, I think so. Okay, okay. Spitsbergen Island, Norway. May 1947, time is unknown. A news story indicated that British scientists were digging up a strange aircraft that had crashed in an isolated area. Military authorities confirmed the extraterrestrial origin of the craft. Well, that's highly doubtful. Well, 47 they might have. Until I had to change it and say it was a weather balloon. Fucking Jesus. Military authorities confirmed the extraterrestrial origin of the craft and indicated that they had found 17 bodies in the wreckage. Military authorities quickly silenced the story. Well, there you go. It's a weather balloon after all. We knew that right from the get-go. Okay, here's a weird note. Here's a weird comment. If you listen to any number of these, you know what I think of Anton Anfilov. I think he's a hack supreme among hacks. That's what I believe. As far as UFO stories. Now, I believe that he has spent his entire quote-unquote career trying to salt the whole UFO research movement with fake cases. Just bizarre, insane crap that he made up himself usually, or often. Just embarrassingly stupid. Anyway, okay, we just did that report. We just read the report. It is what it is. It's nothing that I would probably give any credibility to. But here at the bottom, it says many researchers, including UFO crash specialist, quote unquote, Antfilov, have discredited this report. Okay, why? Why would he discredit it? To make his own bullshit look better? It's the only reason I can think of. Okay, well, whatever, Anton. Someday we shall meet with ping pong paddles in the forest where no one can hear your screams, motherfucker. Okay, that's enough. The Anton aspect of this thing just leaves such a bad taste in my mouth. I want to be done for now. I want time to forget him. Take me a few hours to forget that fucking little gnome. He's a Ukrainian guy. Last I heard, he's in Canada. I hope he fucking stays there. I hope the bears eat him. I'll tell him where he lives. And the best time to come a calling. Jesus Christ. Okay, so we're done. Thank you very much. We're really way over our time. Thank you very much, and good evening and good night. Camera.
อกหักใจมันสิจำแต่เรื่องเก่าบ่มีผู้ใดลืมมันได้ง่ายดอกแม้มีเรื่องราวที่น่าจดจำผ่านเข้ามาสุดท้ายก็ยังหอยหาความหักเดิมใจเจ็บจดจำยิ่งนานผ่านวันกลับเพิ่มเติมแรกเราเริ่มสุดท้ายเหลือแค่ใส่บอกว่าฮักตั้งแต่น้องใส่บอกว่ามีแค่เฮาสองสุดท้ายไปดึงผู้ใดเข้ามาในห่วงหัวใจของสองเฮาลืมสัญญาลืมคำเว้าบ่คือเก่าเจ้าเปลี่ยนไปมีคนใหม่ไม่เหมือนเดิมอ้ายสาวหมอลำดอกคือน้องน้ำตาน้องเต็มสองฝั่งย้อนลืมเป็นความหลังทุกอย่างมันเข้ากับเราเธอAnd crying and so sad You playboy, you bad boy You let me down
ใจมันยังกำงานคือตอนเมื่อตอนคู่เคียงยังกันตื่นเศร้าขึ้นมาเห็นหน้าทุกวันเดี๋ยวนี้ได้หันไปบ่เห็นไผแห้งแล้วสิลุกจากบอนนอกจากง่วงนอนนั่งเฮ็ดบ่ได้ไว้นอกเหลือใจหลายหูบ่เป็นลายตาความหักห่างส่องเฮาห่างเบิดทางยากเจ้ามาลืมคำ
อ้ายสาวหมอลำดอกคือน้องน้ำตาน้องเต็มสองฝั่งย้อนลืมเป็นความหลังทุกอย่างมันทำก็เพราะเธอ I'm crying I'm so sad You playboy You bad boy You let me down
ถึงจะพูดอะไรก็ง่ายไปหมดน้ำตาที่ไหลมาแต่ละหยดต้องแลกกับรักและเชื่อใจแม้ไม่ได้มีกันแล้วจะบอกว่าเราต้องอยู่ให้ได้พูดง่ายเกินไปไหม Hey I'm crying I'm so sad you bad girl fading girl say fade away
เอ้ยใส่บอกว่าฮักตั้งแต่น้องใส่บอกว่ามีแค่เฮาสองสุดท้ายไปดึงผู้ใดเข้ามาในห่วงหัวใจของสองเฮาลืมสัญญาลืมคำเว้าบอกคือเก่าเจ้าเปลี่ยนไปมีคนใหม่ไม่เหมือนเดิมเอ้ยสาวหมอลำก็คือน้องน้ำตาน้องเต็มสองฝั่งย้อนลืมเป็นความหลังทุกอย่างมันพังก็เพราะเธอ I'm crying I'm so sad you playboy you bad boy you let me downคนเคยอกหักใจมันสิจำแต่เรื่องเก่าบ่มีผู้ใด